Hey Dub, this is Dave Decide. Today I want to get into V leaving earlier after a party and what happened there. I also wanted to get into YG addressing what is believed to be V and Jennie's dating situation, and I wanted to get into a member getting emotional over cheese. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, taste filling mug merch, and let's get into it. If you aren't aware, there is a fairly well-known former big hit trainee named Jung. So he isn't one of the many trainees that have auditioned for some of the new big hit or hype groups. He was there when BTS was just starting out, and he was in the running likely to be a part of BTS. Since his career ended with Big Hit, he still has been very popular for telling his story and what it was like working to be BTS. Jung has been on Vice and even his own YouTube channel in which he not only talks about his BTS days, but also just documents K-pop life and things like that. He can definitely be very successful doing this, and I can see him becoming a very popular host if he chooses to not dance and sing anymore. Of course, every now and then he'll post a video or whatever and talk about his former big hit days and answer questions. One particular story he shared was a day that he spent with Jung Kook. Apparently Jung talked about how Jung Kook loved cheese, and he had a moment where Jung and Jung Kook went to a convenience store to buy this stick of cheese. It was apparently a very cheap stick of cheese, and the store clerk told Jung Kook to microwave it shortly so that it's softer and warm and more fun to eat. Jung Kook asked Jung how long he should microwave it for, and Jung Kook thought 30 seconds was good. Jung mentioned how 30 seconds might be too much and it would be a puddle when you take it out. So Jung Kook did 10 seconds instead. And what happened was this cheese ended up being a puddle anyway, which is so shocking to me. Either this microwave was like Satan's armpit or some really bad cheese. 10 seconds should definitely not melt anything. I don't think it would even melt ice cream in my microwave. Jung Kook was apparently, according to Jung, extremely upset over this and was very sad. I would imagine this is something upsetting to anyone because you just wasted your money, or how are you supposed to eat that now? But I think a lot of people would think, well, Jung Kook is rich, so little dollar cheese is no big deal. But Jung Kook had no money back then, and that amount could be all you have on you for the day. So it's now wasted. I did an interview interviewing a former big hit trainee, a different one, a long time ago, who mentioned that you receive an equivalent of like $6 US a day from Big Hit. I can't remember the exact amount, but it wasn't much. If Big Hit was still giving that amount, or maybe even less since it was a long time before that, then this string cheese might be the only treat he could afford that day alongside Jung Kook's lunch. And by the way, there is no shade or attack on the label. Typically, labels don't give anything, and they even hold you against the debt you accrue training with the label, all of which Hype and Big Hit do not do. So giving you even $6 is a privilege. This is not shade against that. This was definitely a cute story. I really liked that Jung shared it. I bet he has so many of these cute stories he could share, and a lot of insight on the industry too. The members have come such a long way since then, and to even look back at Jung Kook being upset over cheese to now maybe just buying another one if this one melted is an amazing progression to see. BTS members that now go to extraordinary restaurants and fancy places where they get all the delicious food they want. Recently, Taeyang was invited to a party with some of Big Hit's staff. The rest of BTS was reported to be there too, but I wanted to just talk about Taeyang and you'll see why. A lot of ARMYs also follow Big Hit staff closely and follow them on social media. So every time they post about BTS or what BTS is doing behind the scenes, it somehow always makes its way to the news. They went ahead and dined at Born and Bred, and this is a restaurant that is open to the public, but the restaurant has an upstairs which is completely VIP, and so celebrities will dine there and get complete privacy. Apparently everyone had arrived around 5 to 6 p.m. and then V shortly left after that. One of the reasons you often don't see celebrities on the street is just because of how little they are actually out in public. There's literally probably 1 million celebrities that exist in the world, and if most of them are walking down the street, they would likely garner some sort of attention. But you don't see that all the time because celebrities spend very little time outside. It's simply not as interesting to them. They go to dinners, parties, and social gatherings so much that what is new and different for them is actually just a regular day off at home. Also, typically their schedules are so busy, they dip out to go ahead and fulfill their other obligations. The staff posted and talked about how V left quickly, but V's reason was that he wanted to go and play MapleStory and beat the boss. As you can tell, being at home by himself and gaming is definitely a lot more interesting to him than going to social gatherings. V is very introverted, and even in their reality show like Bon Voyage, where the members travel the world, V has sometimes taken moments to explore museums and towns literally by himself. himself. He will go alone without the other members, and by the way, if you want to catch up and watch these moments with me and the show, then go over to my Patreon. I will link that below and we can fangirl together. We catch up on Bon Voyage now every Thursday. But as you can tell, V loves a little alone time with himself and cherishes those moments as they are a lot more rare. I do wonder what exactly happened if V just got up and was like, I need to leave now, MapleStory, bye. But very funny and very relatable. V has been going through a lot. It's likely not related to him wanting to play MapleStory, but I can see why V would want time to himself, to either not really be in the public or judged by others or answer non-important questions. Like, you really don't care about anyone else's day and what they ate for breakfast when you have death threats online. And so we did wake up to the internet kind of rejoicing today when YG dropped a bomb of a legal statement. They said, "This is YG Entertainment. We are revealing that we have officially requested the police to investigate the original distributor of Blackpink Jennie's personal photos. YG has been continuously monitoring the relevant content, and we've submitted a complaint last September after collecting information. In order to minimize further damage, YG has refrained from commenting regarding the situation and expressing our stance. However, the recent mass production of rumors, accusations, personal attacks, sexual harassment, and invasion of privacy sparked by the personal photos have been occurring indiscriminately, so we felt a sense of responsibility, making it difficult for us to overlook this any longer. Therefore, we want to reveal the facts of the legal action, and we want to correct the situation. YG is taking strong legal action against posts that are tarnishing the character and reputation of our agency's artists. We inform you that we have filed a complaint for defamation under the Information and Communications Network Act. Violation of the prohibition of illegal information distribution and obscene use of communication media for the actions of repeatedly uploading information that has not been verified to be true and writing excessively malicious posts. We plan on taking all possible legal action without any leniency for further harm that occurs afterwards. The photos that have circulated online were revealed illegally regardless of one's personal intentions. The act of sharing these personal photos is not only a secondary offense, but is also subjected to legal punishment. We sincerely ask you to avoid this indiscriminate sharing. YG Entertainment will continue to work hard to protect the rights of the agency's artists going forward. Thank you." This is almost a direct response to Gurumi Haribo, or the alleged hacker who leaked the photo. YG did not confirm if the photos were real or not. Now, you might be thinking, if the photos are photoshopped, then does this mean every single fake photoshopped photos of idols are considered defamation? Intent matters in court, and if you're doing a photoshopped photo for the sake of a fanfic story, then this is a different thing, as the characters in that story are not even the artist, but make up exaggerated versions of an artist. However, it was pretty clear that the intent behind these photoshopped photos of V and Jennie were created to defame the artist, as there is no real reason behind posting these photos. Also, claims of them hacking into Jennie's iCloud is definitely something that should be legally taken care of, if true. Allegedly, it appeared like Gurumi had deleted several photos from their account and only kept what appeared to be edited photos, which makes it appear like they might have gotten a legal statement from YG. HYBE's statement a couple days ago was very vague, but YG was very specific. Also, the statement mentioned going forward, they do not want photos to be shared anymore, and since they have asked that, they will not be shared going forward. YG also never really makes these types of statements, meaning that if they are coming out with it, this is serious. But what do you think about all this? V leaving dinner early, Jung Kook upset over cheese, and YG's statement on the photos. Let me know what you think, and make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.